Okay, so we're doing middle childhood, and what we're going to do is we're going to play a game with you guys. We're going to do a bunch of skits, and then him and I are going to do a poem. And with the papers that your group has, at the end of the skit or the poem, you're going to hold up which theory you think that we're explaining, and the winning group will get candy.
Woo! Yeah!
Here we go. Oh, yeah. Martha, dear, dinner time. I can't, Mom. I'm about to beat this next level. Gosh. Come and help me set the table.
Hey, Mom, I got it.
Thank you, Bobby, dear. You're so sweet. I didn't know we were going to have dinner right now. I can help.
Okay, Martha, the next time you need to listen to me the first time.
Okay.
Okay, let's move into the next one.
Okay, so which theory do you think that guys were? Hold up. What theory do you think that was? So hold up your side.
Okay, you guys can go on.
I was at that point. If you're wrong, no, it's just the Erikson.
I'll tell you guys at the end.
Okay.
Wait, what? How are you talented?
Well, we tell you right now, you guys are going to process elimination. You guys are going to figure it out by the end. So we're not going to tell you now.
Very wise.
This is our next bit. Alright, Martha, so I just have a little cognitive test for you. Would you say that the one in these glasses are equal or one has more? They're equal. They're equal? Okay, and now I'm just going to pour this one. So which glass has more?
They both have the same because even though this glass is taller, you just pour the same amount of liquid into this one.
Very good. Okay, so which theory do you think that one was?
Kelly. Yeah. Got it. Thanks, Kurt.
Alright, next I'm going to do a poem, or whatever you want to call it, words. Alright. Speak, listen, laugh, and write. Adding, subtracting, calculate, I might. Sing, hum, whistle, and beat. Art, photos, drawing, and beat. Network, socialize, delegate. Think, reflect, meditate. Running, jumping, acting, a must. Directions and mapping, kind of like Darwin or Clark and Lewis. Who is that? Alright, cool.
Scene.
Going on vacation doesn't have to break the...
Sorry, I forgot they had this stupid advertisement.
Yeah, do I just open it?
Oh, you don't need this one open yet?
No?
No. This is your info.
This is intermission.
Yeah.
And scene.
Do you want to read that quote out loud? Yeah. Okay, the first one said, "Come on, Dave, just 2 more laps and this run will be over. Keep up the pace. Finish strong." And the second one was, "Whoa, watch out for that branch. Don't want to trip and fall."
I got it. Here you go.
So maybe you guys can slide this thing over.
Yep.
Okay, so I was going to do a poem, but then I was kind of struggling. So I thought I should make it more fun. And you guys all know the theme song to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Interrupted. But first I'm going to establish, I know I don't have rhythm, and I don't plan on being a rapper, so this is just for today. So bear with me.
Just for today.
Oh. Now, this is a story all about how we remember things from the past up to now, and I'd like to take a minute, don't change your seat, I'll tell you all about a theory with just the words on the sheet. The central executive is the part of our brain that works with the info we absorb every day, inhibiting, feeling, dealing with our thought side, choose to pay attention, and recall what I'm taught. When you lose focus and for 3 seconds you hear the words your teacher said, then may leave your ears. Blame the sensory register, but your teacher might say, "Do you think you need to pay more attention in my class today?" You're solving a word problem inside your head, but you don't remember every word that you read. You can only hold info for a quick minute, but you can solve the problem, just don't quit it. Long-term memory, yo, this is great. You'll still be able to multiply at age 88. Is this what having unlimited capacity feels like? This might be alright. When you're a teacher, you must keep in mind, when the kids get impatient, you must stay kind. If anything, I can say they need to move around. If they sit still too long, they'll melt to the ground. You must constantly challenge these children's minds, build on their cognitive skills, and they'll retain what they learn. Now look at your classroom and remember the step said, and you'll teach to the year without losing your head.
Who was that?
Should we win yet? Okay, so maybe we're winners. What if we have a tie?
We didn't count that, but yeah.
We didn't count.
You guys can tell me. Alright, the problem is 200 divided by 5. Oh, great job. You really got it. You really know what you're doing.
I don't know, it's hard.
Come on, this is ridiculous. We've been working on it forever. You gotta get this. Come on. You're never gonna get this?
Well, she's good at math. It's easy for her. When are we gonna go to college?
Okay, and that's it.
I hear someone over here. This is the tiebreaker.
That was Gardner's theory. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tie. No, that was actually Erikson.
That was Erikson?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, let's do this. You want to answer?
Yeah, the first skit was an example of Kohlberg's second level, which is conventional morality, and it's stage 3. And it was the good boy, good girl. So basically, the little girl was feeling guilty for not helping her mom with the dishes. With setting up the table.
Okay, so Piaget, the second skit with the glasses, that was conservation, and that was Piaget's theory. And basically, a few things on Piaget. So, I just wanted to say a quick thing about like the main points of Piaget's theory too, is that children are active and motivated learners who, through numerous interactions with their physical and social environments, construct an increasingly complex understanding of the world around them. So obviously, for the younger kids at this stage, it's harder for them to get this, but we've seen in our class videos that once they get around 7 or 8, some of them start to understand the difference between the liquids and how they're the same. So.
Oh. Yes. The poem was Gardner's Multiple Intelligences, and each line was the first set of lines: speak, listen, laugh, and write, verbal linguistics, logical, mathematical, adding, subtracting, calculate, I might, musical being sing, hum, whistle, and beats, spatial being art, photos, drawing is neat, interpersonal being network, socialize, delegate, interpersonal being think, reflect, meditate. Bodily and kinesthetic, running, jumping, acting a must, and naturalist, directions and mapping, kind of like Darwin or Clark and the West.
And the fourth performance was an example of Vygotsky's inner speech. Dave, the jogger, was displaying inner speech to guide him through his mile run.
And then my so-called route was about the information processing theory. So I just kind of went over like the stages, like the sensory register that only stays in your mind for like 3 seconds, and then the long-term memory. One of the examples in the book is you'll pretty much always know what 2 times 2 is because you'll learn that like throughout your life and it kind of sticks in there. So when you're 88, you'll still remember that.
And the last one, with the math problem, obviously that was a little exaggerated, but we meant for that to be funny. And Erikson talks about how in this middle childhood stage that the industry versus inferiority, children who get praised a lot for what they do, they feel like they're competent and that their self-esteem will build. But if you keep, putting them down and making them feel like they never are good at anything, it might have a negative effect. They might feel like they're never good enough. So that could carry on into someone's later academic years.
So, and then when we're saying about the processing theory, the part where I was saying like you have to get your kid, if you're a teacher, you have to get the kids to move around. Attention is really important to this cognitive process. So when you're teaching kids that are between 6 and 10, they can't sit down and listen to a lecture like we can. So if you end up teaching this age group, like, have them sit down, but give them time to move around, maybe do like a physical activity, and then they'll pay more attention, and then they'll remember what they learned.
Thank you.